Anything is possible. It started.
Hello and welcome to Sandra from Sandrascraftstudio. Today I'm going to be making a simple card just using ink, stamps and paper. So this is my card for today, and we will be using the Pretty Parasol stamp set and the coordinating punch, the umbrella builder punch. Okay, let's go to the desk and I will show you how it's done. Today we are going to be using the Stampin' Up 2020 to 2022 in colour collection. So we have Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, Just Jade and Cinnamon Cider. Beautiful bright colours and they work well together. So I'll pop those to one side. Now to coordinate with those, of course, we have the designer series paper. These are in 6" by 6" sheets across all 4 of these patterns. Today I'm going to be using the Misty Moonlight. So the stamp set that I'm using is the Pretty Parasol, and you can see some beautiful images on there, ranging from the umbrella itself, the parasol, some 4 greetings and some nice extra pieces on there as well. So to coordinate with that, we have the umbrella builder punch. I have a scrap here of my designer series paper and a piece of the coordinating cardstock in exactly the same colour. So I'm going to use the umbrella builder punch just to cut, first of all, in here. I'm just lining up the back there in the cardstock of the handle. So I want a solid handle, so I'll be using that and I'll pop that on the mat. And then I'll discard that and use a piece of the designer series paper to cut a piece of paper just with the top of the umbrella. If I squeeze that, and that will pop out like so. So that's the punch finished with and the paper's finished with. So next I have my Stampin' Up note card and envelope. These are beautiful quality cards, and I'm using an awful lot of these. They're slightly smaller than our standard size card, and then I have a matte layer here as well. Okay, so we're going to be doing some stamping first of all. I'll just move those just off my mat there, and I'm going to bring on a piece of grid paper because I might just go over the edge of the cardstock. So first of all, I have my my layer here that we're going to be sticking onto the card. So I will be inking this is the small floral embellishment from the stamp set. So I'm going to be stamping these along the edge of all sides of this piece of card. Now, because it's very, very juicy, the catalogue, you may know, has only just recently been released this month, and the inks weren't available immediately, so even demonstrators couldn't get them immediately, but we have now got those, and so they are extremely juicy. So I'm trying not to smudge the ink and just stamping along the edges of my card here. Okay, so I'm holding it down in the centre so that I don't smudge, because they are so wet and juicy. So I'll turn that again, and where this is just on the edge there, I'm just going to continue along the edges. There we go, holding that in the centre. Now I'm away from the corner. I just need to turn that once more to complete the last side. So I'll stamp this one into the corner, like so, and there, and just a couple more, and we're on the home straight. Okay, there we go. So that one is ready and finished. I'm just going to stamp a greeting in the bottom corner there, and then we will be finished with that piece. So if it's a new stamp to you, I do suggest, especially when they're new, do clean them before you use them, because any residue from the factory and the manufacturing process. So I like to just stamp it in the corner of my scrap paper here. So I like to get this quite straight on here, as straight as I can, when I'm trying not to get my head in the way of the camera. I stamp that one on there like so, and this piece is finished, and I can just set that aside to dry. So we're going to go to the envelope now. We don't like naked envelopes, so we do like to decorate those. So I'm going to do exactly the same, and this is the flap of the envelope, and I'm just going to be stamping along this edge here. So again, it's just coming along this lip. So just continue all the way along, just joining up the little flowers. And if you get to the end and you think you want another little one, you can just pop a little tiny piece on the corner there. So now I'm turning around, and I'm going to do the same along the bottom of the envelope here. You may have seen this being done on one of my Facebook Lives. I'm regularly on Facebook on my business page on a Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. And this was a cute little card to create for them. So I finished with the ink pad now. So I can take all of that away. So this can be left to dry over the side there while I bring this piece back and my base card. So because that's bouncing up just a little bit, I'm going to get my bone folder and just score. They come pre-scored, but it's a good idea just to bone folder the edge there, and then we're laying a little bit flatter on there. So I'm going to just take the Tombow and I'm going to take the tiny little bead all the way around the outside edge there, like so, and slide that off the table because I can't get this, quite a sticky surface here, and get that lined up on there. And there's just a nice little border all the way around the outside edge. Okay, so we're nearly finished now. So that's our card. So if I take my two pieces here back again, I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this because I don't want it all to be flat. I want it to be raised up. So I'm going to take one Stampin' Dimensional and place that in the centre, and then a couple of the smaller ones and place those on the outside edges there. Just needs to have a good support, especially if it's going in the post. You don't want them to get squashed. Okay, so I'll take those three off and pop that one back on there. I want them to be quite high up, a jaunty angle. And then here we have the handle. This is the umbrella handle. So that's going to slot just under there. So I will take the Tombow again. I'll hold it over here so you can see it. I'm just going to run the Tombow very, very lightly. You do not want to have glue squeezing out the side, so it's hard, you can hardly see that glue on there. It's just sufficient just to do the job. And there we have our finished card. Okay, so I'll bring that one up to the camera so you can get a better view. And then the envelope as well. So I like to present those with the envelope just tucked inside there and wrapped around the outside. So there's the card and there is the envelope finished. So before I go, I'm going to line these up on the table in the other colours that we've done for today. So this is the Misty Moonlight, we have Bumblebee, we have Magenta Madness, we have Just Jade, and we have Cinnamon Cider. I hope you've enjoyed my simple stamping cards today using the Stampin' Up! New in colours. If you wish to be notified of future videos when they upload to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell, changing it to all, and you'll receive a notification. Thanks again for joining me, and all my contact details will be on the slide at the end of this video. Thanks for watching today. See you back here again soon.
You can do most anything, so just do what you love.